That's why he kept these things.
And he was constantly recording music.
And putting these things away for everybody.
Yeah.
He was a pack rat. You should see all the stuff.
How much music do you think there is there?
I don't know, but we are cataloging it and we are preserving it, and we definitely will release it so everyone will hear it. My father and my brother, they were adamant that they wanted people to always hear their music, and I will not stop until that happens.
Right. Welcome to the Countdown Studio. Right, let's start immediately with the most obvious thing. You are the sister of Prince. Is that an advantage or a disadvantage when you want to be in music too?
It's an advantage because he's been in it 10 years, so he can tell me all the ins and outs of the business.
Yeah, but are there any things that are not so nice about it?
None that I've came across so far.
Oh, that's good. You have a partner there.
Yeah, this is Jazz. He's my bodyguard. He was given to me at Christmas time.
By whom?
God.
Is he accompanying you everywhere?
Yeah.
Good. So
He goes everywhere with me.
Good. Taika doesn't hate jazz. That's good. Prince is coming to Holland in August to do some concerts. If you see him before that, when you have time off yourself, could you tell him that he is very much welcome here in the Countdown Studio? I know he doesn't want to do interviews, but maybe when you say it.
Okay, I'll
You
ask
never
him.
know. Okay.
I'll tell him.
Thanks a lot. Could you please walk up to the stage? Then we can see you in a minute with your song.
But I felt like something wasn't right here, man. I felt like something ain't right with Paisley Park. I felt like something ain't right with the people around him. I felt like something ain't right with his sister. I felt like something ain't right with Kurt. I felt like it's just something just don't settle right with me, man. How you feel about it?
Everything you said, I agree with you. You're on point.
We going through the whole Paisley Park thing. I felt like something was wrong when Tiki went ahead and automatically just went on ahead with the crematory. Just did everything right off bat, and here been disposed of Prince and everything like that, and you had like certain things jumping up. I'm like, something ain't right here. And she has these different stories that keep coming up. One minute is this, then another minute is this, and I'm like, damn, something ain't right here, man. You ain't adding up, God. You exposing yourself and don't even know it.
And everybody has it on tape.
Yes, that's the whole thing
In
about
video.
it. Come on, man. Man, you know what, man?
You can't backflow. You can't do that. 1 minute on ET, she says, well, I was prepared for my brother's death 2 weeks ago. And then when I got that phone call, I heard 2 words. He's gone. And I knew it. Then she goes on the BBC and says, I was prepared for my brother's death 3 years ago and I bought him earrings. Yeah. Who does that shit? And then if you were prepared for his death 3 years ago and if he was sick, why didn't you do anything to help him? And then you say you bought him earrings, but then you cremated him? What the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm confused and I'll keep listening. Me and Taika been friends for years. Don't get me wrong. But Taika knows I don't play and I'm going to question her.
Yes.
How can you entertain me tonight 2 years and say, I just heard those 2 words, he's gone? Then just recently on the BBC, I knew my brother was going to die 3 years ago. I prepared and I bought him jewelry, earrings, and then you cremated him? He died on a Thursday. He's cremated on a Friday. Hello? Red flag.
So, speaking of Taika, what was her and her brother's relationship, to your knowledge?
Well, I mean, while I was there, he would say whether or not he wanted to speak to her. I think that of all of the siblings, she's the only one that I heard from during that time. I think he mentioned Omar once, and when he mentioned him, I didn't even realize that Omar was his brother when he mentioned him, so it just went in one ear and out the other.
So did you see Taika or President or any of, Prince's nephews around or anything like that?
Taika came to the concerts, and now once he said, ask my brother if I can come to the concert, and of course he said yes. President did come a couple couple of times. I remember when she introduced me to him. Yeah.
Did you know anything about either one of them working for Prince or anything?
Well, Tyga did, he was frustrated because a lot of times her job was to do takedowns, which meant that when his stuff appeared on the internet, she was supposed to send them a cease and desist to take down that information. So we eventually found a company to do that, but he was still actually paying both the company and still paying her, even though the company began to, basically take that responsibility over.
So that would be if Prince was paying Tyga money, out of his, if he was to make payments to Tyga, it was for working for him.
I think Kirk is a money laundering, taking ass person. I'm just keeping it real with you, man.
Co-produced the Emancipation album. I'm now his drummer. Used to be his dancer. I call him, hey boss. Hey man. Hey bruh.
Good morning, Gail. Kirk Johnson was a drummer for Prince and the best man at his first wedding. Johnson, who was with the music icon during his tumultuous last week, is still mourning the loss of his friend, and he's finding ways to celebrate his life. Do you get chills sometimes when you walk around? Or you feel energy?
I've been here 30 years. I mean, it's energy. It's not so necessarily chills, but it's the energy.
Few people know Paisley Park, Prince's creative sanctuary, better than Kirk Johnson. People have so many questions about Prince's last days, and,
Kirk has a vault right here. It's never going to be unlocked.
Is that because Prince was so private you don't want
I respect him and, what his privacy was.
Johnson was reluctant to talk about the past, wanting instead to honor Prince's legacy. This is where he was working right before he passed. Johnson, who spent decades playing drums, showed us various exhibits around Paisley Park.
He played a lot in this room.
Including a rarely seen concert venue, a tribute to his 2007 Super Bowl performance.
We tell folks, bring stuff with you.
And the notes and cards left outside Paisley Park are now on display inside. Prince Rogers Nelson died on April 21st, 2016, from an accidental overdose of fentanyl, a type of opiate. Was he hurting?
I don't know. I feel the effects of dancing. Your joints get, hurt.
Well, and he was very vigorous at that.
Yeah, he was a non-stopper. He did what he did till the last possible moment. He was an entertainer. That's what entertainers do. They just go.
Johnson was on a fateful flight with Prince when it made an emergency landing in Illinois. Prince was revived with a shot of Narcan, which is used to treat opioid overdoses.
Medical at Paisley Park. Person down, not breathing.
A week later, Johnson was among those who discovered Prince dead inside an elevator. Is there anything that you wish you had done personally to stop his drug use?
Oh my goodness. Next.
You don't feel like people enabled him?
Next.
Opioid addiction is such a big topic of conversation in this country. Do you feel like there's something good that could come of it? Johnson is part of an ongoing police investigation into Prince's death. His final days remain a mystery, even to family members like Prince's cousin Chaz Smith, who demanded justice when he spoke to me last June. Is the family mad at anybody?
Yeah, we're mad. Yeah, we're mad. Somebody had to know that he was suffering like that. And to me, if you loved him enough, you would have think and you would have thought.
While the investigation continues, preparations are underway for a 4-day celebration of his life. There are a number of people who say they shouldn't be opening Paisley Park. They're profiting off of Prince's death.
Yeah. I mean, that's normal.
Is it hard to go around town or read in the tabloids and see your name?
Oh, absolutely. Especially when stuff is not true.
There are some people that really, they want to see people prosecuted for his death. They're angry at the fact that he died.
Let them worry about it. That's their own problem, not ours. Not mine.
Prince was 57 years old and weighed 112 pounds when he died. Kirk Johnson said rumors Prince was having trouble walking are not true because he was still dancing and playing basketball and ping pong at the very end. Nora?
All right, Michelle, thank you.
Well, I mean, they get tired after a while.
And tonight, the feds are on the case. DEA agents investigating Prince's death are looking at the Inner Circle. Were his closest associates acting as something like a drug runner? Kyung, the name Kirk Johnson came up in the affidavit. Tell us what you can about him.
What we've been able to learn about him is that he's well known in this community. He's lived here for decades. That's how long he's known Prince. He is a performer. He's a dancer. He's a personal trainer. He lists on his LinkedIn, though, that he is the Paisley Park estate manager. He also was a drummer in Prince's band. We know his name because his name was listed on the search warrant. And on that search warrant, the detective writes that she interviewed him and that he told her that Prince did make a hospital run. It was sometime in 2014 or 2015. It appears quite vague in that conversation he had with the detective, and that Prince, when he went to the hospital, did receive fluids. We did reach out to Johnson's attorney. He has hired a criminal defense attorney. That attorney did not respond to our request for comment.